Hello guys, welcome to YJ Digital World. I remain your host Algo Joseph. On today's video, I'll be teaching you how to create anticipation flyer for a cryptocurrency event. For this, I'll be making use of Photoshop 2020. Please, if you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe, give this video a like, turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content. And you can also check out my previous videos. So let's get into it. First of all, I have to open the Photoshop application. After turning on the Photoshop application, I'll click on create. I'll come over here on print. I'll select the A4 paper size. I'll change the paper orientation to landscape, not portrait. On landscape, my unit on pixels, resolution 300 dpi, color mode RGB. After that, I click on OK. So after this, on to 0 to fit to screen. The next thing I'll be doing here is to create my gradient. For me to do this, I'll come to my adjustment layer panel here, click on this, click on gradients, click on my gradient over here. On my gradient editor, I've already created the gradient I'll be using. Here is it. So on my shadow part, this is the color code I'm using for this project. Likewise, on my highlight, here is the color code. So after that, I leave my scale on 100, angle of 90. The style remains on linear. So after that, I click on OK. So the next thing I'll be doing is to bring in my background. I've dragged in my background. Ctrl minus to zoom out. Hold shift, left click and drag, hold alt rather, left click and drag to scale from the center. I think it's okay this way. I check, click on my move tool is already active. I want to reposition this a little bit. Okay, it's okay this way. So I'll change my blending mode to overlay. Likewise, I'll change my opacity to about 53%. The next thing I'll be doing in this project is to group my background. Click the first layer, hold shift, click the next layer. You can then click on this group icon here. It has grouped the two layers into one. So I'll call this BG, which stands for my background. The next step is the part where I'll be placing in my text. So let me come to my resource panel here where I've written all the text I'll be using for this project. I'll copy this in, pick my text too. But before pasting my text, I have to create a guideline, like a guide that will enable me structure my text perfectly in my design without me losing proper structure. In order for me to structure my text well in my design project, I have to click on my file here, turn on the guide layout here. Okay, I think this is okay. All these guides you are seeing are the horizontal and vertical guides, both on the left, right, top and bottom. So I just set them here using this percentage. I'll click on OK. After that, now I'll click on my workspace to paste my text. Okay, I'll have to increase the size of this text to about, let me see, about I think this should be okay. increase my lines, I'll reduce my line spacing. Okay, after that I'll change my font type. I'm using the Montserrat font for this project, so the under the types here I'll change it to extra bold. I think this is okay. After that, the next thing I'll be doing, draw a rectangle here, pick the text tool, left click, come over here, copy the text. Let me scale this a little bit down. After typing my text, I have to change the color of my rectangle. I think I've created the color code somewhere here. Okay, here's the color code I'm using for my rectangle. I'll copy it, come back to where I have my rectangle here, double click inside, I'll paste the color code here. So now I want to align my text at the middle of my rectangle. All I have to do is hold Ctrl on the keyboard, click on the rectangle layer at this part where you have my mouse pointer in form of a hand, not an with in form of a hand with a square on it. So after clicking, by selecting the rectangle, click on my layer where I have my text. Make sure your move tool is selected. Come over here, click on align horizontally to the center and vertically to the center. Ctrl D to deselect, or you come over to select and deselect. So Ctrl T to transform. I want to resize a little. I think this is okay for this size. Everything is aligned to the middle. Make sure that this set of text are grouped together. Let me group them. I click on the first layer, hold shift, click on the last layer. I've selected the whole group. I'll click on this to group them together. I'll call this campus meetup. So after doing this, I'll come again to my notepad here, select this text here. I've copied it, come over here, pick my text tool, paste. I'll check as well. After checking, I have to reduce the size of this text. It's too big for my liking. I think this size is okay. Also reduce my vertical tracking to about 16. Likewise, I think this is okay as well. To bring in the other text called edition, I'll copy it, come over here, left click, I'll paste. Okay, check, reduce the size as well. Let me change the type to bold. After changing it to bold, also want to reduce the size of the text. It's too big for me. I'll change it to about 8.72. Okay, I don't need it to be very large in this project. So after that, I will drag to position it somewhere around here. Okay, after that, to come back to my notepad again, copy the next text here, pick my text tool, paste the text, check, change the size to about 4.95. I think this is okay. I'll Ctrl T to transform, right click and flip, that is rotate 90-degree counterclockwise. Check, pick my move tool here, left click and reposition this text around somewhere here. Ctrl plus to zoom into your project. think this is okay for this. Bring in my rectangle. This time around, I'll come to my layer panel here, click on this layer where I have campus meetup. I'll left click and drag. I want to send the rectangle behind, sorry, I want to send the square behind the whole text. So I've sent it this way. I'll come over here, click on this layer, hold shift, click on this. I'm changing the whole color of this text to that of my blue in this project. Let me zoom out, Control minus to zoom out. So I'll come over here where I have my character panel. In case if you don't have your character panel here, you can slide over to filter, to window here. You have your character panel, you can just click on it, it will appear. Likewise, if you don't have your property panel like my here, you can also do same by clicking on the property panel, it comes up as well. So on my character panel here, all I have to do is click on my color here, use my color picker here to sample this color. That's what I want. Click OK. So after doing this, I will have to group the whole text. I'll call this August. Hold Control and click on this. Click on the rectangle. Okay, after clicking on the rectangle, click on your move tool, align vertically and horizontally to the middle. Ctrl D to deselect, or come over here and deselect. So come over back to my rectangle angle here, hold Control and click on this other. Okay, I want to group them together, so I'll click on this. You can see they are now in one group. I'll call this anticipation. Let me just call it anticipation. Okay, Ctrl T. Let me drag it and position it somewhere around here. The theme of the event. Pick my text tool here. Left click, paste. Change my color to white. After changing my color to white, start positioning this around somewhere here. Come over here, copy it. Come over here, pick my text tool, left click and paste. Okay, next I'll pick my rectangle to come to here where I have my anticipate group. Create a rectangle of this size. Pick my move tool, position it around somewhere here. So hold Control, click on my layer here, click on this layer where I have my free training. I'll drag it over here. Come over here, align horizontally and vertically to the center. Ctrl D to deselect, or click on select here and deselect. So I'll change the color to the color of my rectangle here. That is the color of my text. The next thing I'll be doing in this project is also to bring in some information about the event, what the crypto brand is all about. So I'll click here, paste my text. I'll check here. Okay, after checking, next on the list is to bring a rectangle in. Left click and drag. Okay, think this rectangle size is okay. Come here, drag this above this rectangle layer here. Come to where I have my about. I want to increase the size to about 12. This is too small. Okay, Okay, pick my move tool, control and left click on the rectangle layer here, align horizontally and vertically to the center and deselect. Okay, so I want to change the color of this rectangle to this color, to the blue here. I'll sample the color. Change my about text color on my character panel here to white as well, so that will make it visible. Okay, after that, I can now group, select this, holding control and clicking on this, left click and drag above this. So after that, I'll group this together. I'll call this about. So I'll control T, left click and drag over somewhere here. Okay, come over to my notepad, copy this text, come over here, pick my text tool, left click and paste in the text. I'll check, start checking. So I have to make a little adjustment to this text. So here I will reduce the size to about 8.2, the size of text. I also change the body of my text, so that is the type of my font, to about medium. After doing that, next on the list is to reposition my background. I want to lock my background. I don't need it to be adjusted, so I'll just come over here. I've locked it. For you to lock your background, just select the layer and click on this padlock icon here, the lock icon here, to lock it. So I'll come over here as well, select this whole text, Ctrl T to transform. Now left click to drag out, trying to adjust the size, scale up the size of my text. Okay, so I want to also make a little bit adjustment on this, Ctrl T, increase the size of my text as well and position it somewhere around here. I also bring in the future aspect, but for me to do this, I have to duplicate this text, this rectangle here, slide it over here, tracking. I think something like this is okay. Now I want to drag in my bullets that I'm using for this. Right click, convert to smart objects, Ctrl T, Ctrl plus to zoom in. Okay, here is it. Just left click and drag and position it around here. Hold Alt to make another duplicate, position it this way. Hold Alt to make another duplicate, position it this way. Hold Alt to make another duplicate. Hold Alt, left click and drag again to make another duplicate. So bring in my image, which I've already worked on. So all I have to do is just drag it in to my project this way. So the last part of this project is to bring in my logo. To drag it in here, position it somewhere here. So we have come to the end of today's project. If you enjoyed this video, do well to give this video a like, share with your friends and leave your comment in the comment section. Please, if you are new on this channel, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I post new content. Thank you guys for watching.